Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Hot or not, take this quiz to find out. Crazy exes, how to deal when they just won't go. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, TM, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. That way each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. A radioactive possum just bit you. What superpower did you get? The superpower of always choosing the right combination of emojis to get the desired reaction from all people. Seducing my loved ones, burning my enemies, settling any argument, and even conveying complex emotional thoughts. Probably rabies? I go to a hospital immediately. No, I love possums. I love the Sailor Moon, Harry Potter, fanfic, every Monday at 8. The incredible power of writing fanfiction so compelling that the actual creators of the TV shows decide to go with my ideas and crazy ships. I'd go with that one. Oh, I'm charming. Of course I am. If you had to have sex with an animal, what animal would it be? What? A human being, because I'm the kind of douchebag who loves to find loopholes in stupid questions like this one. No, I'm not a douchebag like that. A great white shark. If I have to fuck an animal, let's at least make it a story worth telling. A swan. They're classy. Plus, it reminds me of that myth of Lita and the Swan. So at least by bestiality standards, it has a certain chic appeal. Okay. Let's think about this. I don't think sharks... I don't know how either of them have sex. You know what? Yeah, a shark. Because, like, swans are related to ducks, and ducks scare me a lot. Oh, I'm so charming still. What would be your dream first date? A lovely walk in the forest after rescuing your date from a dragon. My date would be the dragon, so no. A wild party in international waters. A sweaty and manly wrestling match. Ugh. Crimes. A professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice. An art exhibition experimental enough to give you a seizure. All these sound awful except for crimes. Oh, yay. I get Hellboy. That's his name now, Hellboy. Crimes. Bam. Week 1 morning. Let's do this. Okay, so I have 7 smarts, 4 boldness, 4 creativity, 4 charm, 4 fun, and 5 money. Oh, so I can level them up? Well, I'm already pretty smart, right? I've got 9 charm? Okay, so I'm charismatic. Let's actually level up my fun, because my fun is that big. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people, and I look hot as fuck. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. Later, you, Polly, and Damien are practicing batting, which is stealing bats and hiding them in people's lockers. Fuck yeah. But all that well-intentioned fun and games is interrupted by a blinding flash of light. There you are. Exactly the monsters we wanted to see. Well, needed, not wanted. Ugh, these guys again? They never want to do anything fun. We're not trying to ruin your fun. We're just trying to save your world. Univertica is planning an attack. Ugh. So boring. Ugh. Why am I even subjecting my ears to this bullshit? I'm going back to hell, because I am Hellboy. Yes, that's what we need. Our partner on this mission, Rabaroo, died after discovering Univertica's weakness. We need to speak to her. We need someone to speak to her spirit. Not it. Not it. Damn it. I almost said it at the same time. But I'm allergic to helping. This is a serious health issue. But I'm prettier, so I shouldn't have to do anything ever? Guys, seriously, the world will end if you don't step up to help us. We don't care who, but one of you needs to step up. Whatever! Just let the world end already, then I won't have to take my midterms. I'm with Polly on this one. Midterms suck. Helping people sucks. Good luck with whatever you said your problem was. Well, the problem is the world ending. You're pretty sure nobody wants that. But you don't really want to help either. Time to impress one of your classmates by forcing the other one to go help. What's the matter, Damien? Are you scared? Are you a spicy little red baby? You know, Polly, saving the world is a great way to get free drugs and alcohol. Okay, I'm gonna go with, are you a spicy little red baby? What? No way. Absolutely not. It's not going to happen. You think reverse psychology is going to work on me? I'm not that easy. I'm not Polly. Hey! Call me a spicy red baby. Call me a cowardly ass clown. Better yet, call me a miserly prostitute. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Because I give no oh, that's... Wow, really? You don't care that the world is going to end? Fine, we're off to find some other monsters to handle this. We might even try humans. That's how bad this is. Thank badness they're gone. Now I can teach you a lesson for playing with my emotions like that. Better make like the Coven and disappear. Damien's lesson is one class you can't wait to ditch. You lose -2 charm and -1 smarts. That's not fun! But Polly loves me, so... Okay. I don't know about them. I don't know about them. Yes. Who the fuck are you? You've barely sat down when the whole wolf pack comes running over, clearly panicking. Dog, you've got to help us. We're suffocating. It's like we're not getting enough air. We can hardly talk. You see the problem. You remind them that in addition to the breathing out, they also need to breathe in. Oh, whoa, that works way better. I have no idea how we forgot about that. Yeah, you don't either. Thanks for saving our lives, dog. We owe you one, and we'll pay you back. Right now. What do you want? We'll do literally anything. Teach me calculus or give me an extreme makeover? I don't think they're equipped to do either of them. Okay, Maker. An extreme makeover? Like an extreme makeover? Are you sure? You nod, because apparently this is what you want from a pack of idiot dogmen. Alright, boys, you know what that means. Time for one of our patented extreme spa treatments. Suddenly you're surrounded by wolves, covering your face with their wide, moist tongues. You can feel your pores really opening up beneath the relentless torrent of dog saliva and unconditional love. When the wolf pack finally gets bored of licking you, you're positively glowing. You gain +4 charm. Holy fuck! Now I've got higher charm than I started with. Let's do this! Hey. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I need to raise some stats, right? Let's make some money. That day, you spend some time on the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like such a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it! You gain +2 money. In the wake of all that, you overhear Miranda and Polly discussing a party. Oh, Polly, I am terribly excited for your upcoming party. Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick. Hey, speaking of which, you got money, right? How about picking us up some party favors? Oh, I'd be delighted. How many balloons should I purchase? I don't care! Just make sure you get enough nitrous oxide to fill them all. Don't do drugs, kids. What's nitrous oxide? Is that something land dwellers breathe? Well, it's pretty much all I breathe, if that's what you're asking. I don't know about that. How about cake? What kind of cake do you like? Cake? I think you're mispronouncing cocaine. Don't do drugs, kids. No, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced cake. I like mine with pink frosting. Oh. And I like mine injected into my eyeballs. And speaking of eyeballs, I don't think we're really seeing eye to eye right now. Too true. Perhaps our friend Molly can suggest a mutually agreeable use for my vast riches. You should get Polly a piñata. You don't want anyone to get hurt, though. So, the only really safe thing to do is fill it with nice soft bags of cocaine. Miranda, you like clowns, right? I know this website that lets you hire clowns. Firefighters, doctors, and tuxedo guys. It's called definitely.strippers.com, and it's 100% legit. Oh my god! Okay. I love it. Okay, so strippers or cocaine? I think Polly's gonna like either one, honestly. Let's do strippers. You pull up definitely.strippers.com on Miranda's phone so she can see it for herself. 20 minutes later. Hello? Mary? I'm sorry, were you talking to me? I seem to have been distracted by the photographs on my phone here. What were we talking about? Clowns? Yes? Fine. Order 100 of them, and another 100 for the party. Later at the party, you see those buff clowns fit into a lot of things besides tiny cars. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun. What? Oh no, Polly! I wanted to hang out with Polly! I thought she would like strippers! Oh. Go to the bathroom.
Show me that money.
Welcome to my little shop. Buy some shit. I have shit that will boost your stats, shit that will lead you into stupid new adventures, and even some shit that might be much needed at some very specific moments. So take a look. A penguin mask. You want this, you sick pervert? I had no idea you appreciated a good reverse Romanian Wilkinson. I must admit it's kinda hot that you're into that kinky shit. Good old cocaine! In these times of weird experimental substances with horrible side effects, cocaine has become the new vanilla of drugs. A sexy fake Latin accent. A fake badass tattoo. Impractical yet kind of funky glasses. A Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. That's absolutely Damien's. A PR agent. A tampon used by the former prom queen. A gift that keeps on giving. A corpse? A blanket with 2 holes. Motivational poster, a penguin. I don't... You get that the whole point of running a business like this is to sell stuff to people, right? I think you're missing the point, sweetheart. I love it. No, it's already noon though.
Let's do this.
Okay. So, you can sit with all these, or... Oh, I kind of want to sit with Polly and Damien. Strange, you could have sworn Polly and Damien were at the table when you picked it. Psst, a loser, down here. It's us, Polly and Damien, hiding under this table for totally innocent reasons. A ferocious roar sounds from the door of the cafeteria. Crazy Martin, the werebear janitor, is here, and he's looking for someone. Oh shit, he's here. Why is he after us anyway? I think what we did really falls more under federal jurisdiction. International law, more like. Those munchkins were Canadian citizens. Now that you mention it, I think we might have actually have to face a war crimes tribunal. Worth it though, right? Oh, totally, as long as we can get away from Buzzkill the bear over there. Just hide in the ghost zone. You know, that special alternate dimension only ghosts can use? Hide behind diplomatic immunity. I mean, you're both princes of hell, right? I'm obviously gonna choose them. But I can't hide in the ghost zone. I'm not a ghost. I guess you should have thought of that before you spent all that time being alive, huh, idiot? Forehead? Being alive isn't a choice? Whoa, okay. I don't have time to sit here and argue pro-life or pro-choice with you, my dude. See you in the ghost zone. No, you won't. You can't follow Polly into the ghost zone, but from the way she winks at you before crossing over, it looks like you're one step closer to the bone zone. I hate it. It's so bad. It's so corny. Week 2 evening. Let's do this. Okay, let's. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency, but you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it works. Anyway, you gain +2 bitcoins, which is equal to +$2 million, which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so +2 money. Sigh. Woe's me. Sigh. Could Miranda possibly be doing this because she wants attention? Only one way to find out. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there, as I was standing here suffering gallantly in silence. She did, and she wasn't, but okay. I had the most tragic injustice befall me earlier this morn. I was rejected from our school's water polo team. They claimed I was mistaken about how polo is conducted underwater. Excuse me, but I was raised underwater. How is one even supposed to play water polo without a heavily armored seahorse as a mount? How, I ask you? Perhaps I offended them when I implied they were too impoverished to afford sea steed. If so, why, I would love to make reparation. But it may be too soon for me to show my face. Would you be so kind as to take them the gift of this omelette to begin the healing? I am told that peasants consider eggs to be a delicacy. Obviously. And what would make the gesture even better is the personal touch of toppings, caviar, eel, chocolate-covered sand crabs. They'll never forget this was a present from a mer princess. Or an elegant stenciled card with your sincerest apologies, a list of all their fears, and a bundle of compromising photographs. I want to do that one. Oh, yes! Better to show that I'm truly making an effort to get to know them on the most personal of levels. I shall do their names in beautiful calligraphy, print their fears in gold leaf, and I shall adorn their compromising nudes with adorable glitter stickers. I may have been misunderstood before, but how could anyone misinterpret this kind of gesture? Take the omelette, and make sure to take lots of pictures of them eating the eggs, so we can all remember how generous I was. With a kiss on the cheek, Miranda hands you the omelette and waves on your way. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Let's do this!
Let's do this! Okay, so that's smarts. That's auditorium is creativity. Money is library. Fun is outdoors. Charming is gym. Boldness is. Let's find a little more big. Easy steps to enlarge your tentacles. Girls love a really long tentacle or aid. Click the link to find out how. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain 2 money. You're checking your email in the library when you see one from an address you don't recognize. Subject is urgent, funds needed, emergency. Seems important to you. Open it. So you open it. Hello, my name is Nazrat Awasa, the totally legitimate Prince of Ethiopia. Due to recent cruel betrayal at the hands of my brother, Gambella Awasa who bought many whores with government money, my kingdom is in terrible debt. I require only a paltry loan of 1,000 US American to regain my footing. Alternatively, you may simply provide your bank account and routing number, and I will transfer the funds myself. Once I have repaid the debt, I will compensate you with 10,000 handsome US dollars, American recompense. Sincerely, Nazret Awasa, legitimate prince of legitimate actual Ethiopian government of Ethiopia. This story is so sad. You really only have two options here. And $100. You're not made of money. Right back to the Honorable Nazret Awasa of Ethiopia. While I cannot offer you direct financial support at this time, here are some tips for how you might improve your failing economic system. Absolutely. Not so smart. You settle down to write a detailed financial proposal. After 3 hours, your proposal consists of, maybe don't let your brother buy so many whores. That's me. Satisfied, you hit send. Later you run into Miranda. She is inconsolable. Oh, lack a day, my second cousin twice removed, the legitimate prince of the legitimate actual Ethiopian government of Ethiopia, has fallen yet into further financial ruin. Who would have thought that his brother's shrewd investments in prostitution were the only thing keeping the economy afloat? With all the whores gone from the royal palace, the kingdom has no assets left, and it's all your fault. Who would have known that fixing a whole country's economy was a bit too much for a high school student? Unexpected. You lose 1 smarts and 2 charm. I still have 10 charm. Hey, it's noon!
Let's do this.
Polly and Miranda, yay. Alright, I'm trying to comprehend your request. What is there to comprehend? It's really simple, Miranda. Take my cell phone, snap a pic of me face planting in my food with my eyes closed and tongue out. But wherefore? Wherefore means why. If you don't read a lot of Shakespeare? Right here, Miranda. You're about to point out that wherefore means what? Oh, means why, but luckily Polly elaborates on her own, so you don't have to look like a fucking know-it-all. Oh my god, fuck you! It's a new meme, Miranda. Like planking or dabbing. It's called food poisoning. And it's dope AF. Don't you have cool trends in your kingdom? I suppose we do. Oh, we have a fun trend called Revere Your Rulers. It's where you show nothing but the utmost devotion to the royal family. If you're good at it, you get a lot of likes on social media and also not executed. You ever listen to yourself when you speak? I bet you know some pretty cool trends, don't you, Molly? Heck yeah, you do, don't you? Okay, I surely do. It's entitled Silverware Wear, and it's where you take your most expensive cutlery and dress it in fancy tiny outfits. Yep, it's called dyeing. Polly and I are kindred spirits, so yeah, it's called dyeing. Yes! Dyeing is my fucking fave! I mean, listen, the first time I did it, I was like, okay, now I don't get to be alive anymore. But then when all the cool ghost stuff kicked in, I was like, OMG, dyeing is awesome! Everyone should dye! I'm not sure I would be into this dyeing trend, but I do know that Daddy's Rain helps many peasants achieve this meme, so it's nice to know that they are becoming super popular on social media in the process. Remind me not to ever hang out in Miranda's kingdom on break. But hey, Molly, maybe you and I could hang out and do some dyeing together. Wink. Yay, maybe? Yeah, yay. B3 evening. Let's do this! I'm actually gonna double check. Been a while, I've missed you. It's okay, you can look at my... I don't know what to buy. You know what my favorite thing in the world is? People who buy my stuff. Be one or be gone. That's not her voice. Oh well. Let's do this. I want more fun. A half-hour rave that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until one small magical Latino cat asks you what you think you're doing. Damn, you didn't remember you suck at dancing, but you decide to go all in and pretend, and it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Musaka. One looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Musaka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Musaka all together. It's a party to remember. You gain +2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids something. Oh, woe's me, alas and alack a day! Miranda's throwing a hissy fit? Must be too. Still, what else are you going to do? Study? Oh, hello, don't mind me. I am simply enduring the most horrible injustice to happen to anyone ever. You shan't believe the cruelty. Such cruelty could happen at our own school. But just today, Mrs. the Loch Ness Monster told me that I shall be receiving a B+ in her class. A B+! All because I seldom attended. Does she not understand the importance of my daily royal manicures? Such a horrid grade will surely cause father to cease paying for my seahorse insurance as punishment. And then how shall suitors call upon me? Oh, the tragedy! If only someone knew of a way I could, I don't know, perhaps break into Principal Giant Spider's office, access his private computer, and alter my grade? Stick a web of files outside the principal's office. When he goes out to eat, we sneak in the cheat. Flies, not files. Burst into tears. Spiders hate tears. Oh. Am I accidentally wooing her? I think I am. What a splendid idea. Crying is what I'm third best at. Miranda goes into Principal Giant Spider's office and, without missing a beat, bursts into tears. Principal, everything is horrible. This could be because I'm having my monthly trouble. Panicked, Principal Spider grabs the tissue in each of his 8 arms and shoves them all at Miranda before fleeing outside. With him gone, you pop out of the suspiciously large valise Miranda brought in with her and hacked the system in no time. Oh, look at that! I have an A+. I guess I underestimated my own amazingness. I'm very surprised by this development. I suppose as long as I am here, I might as well fill this thumb drive with top secret school security footage. No reason. That seems on the level. Definitely don't ask any follow-up questions, just gain +3 boldness and be cool. Yep.
Let's do this!
Polly. When you arrive at their table, you find Polly and Liam aren't eating, they're just taking pictures of the food. Welcome to the don't need to eat, so we just take dope food pic zone, baby. We believe that food, like heavy construction machinery, should be seen and not tasted. Yeah, I mean, have you ever tasted heavy construction machinery? Have you? I don't know, maybe. My weekends are usually kind of a blur. Like last Saturday, there will be plenty of time to chronicle your sexploits later, Polly. Right now, we need to focus on those food pics. While Liam and Polly are busy bantering, you are busily arranging a dope food pic of your own, and now to complete your masterpiece. A food pic, but instead of food, it's just a bottle of whiskey with ketchup on it. A food pic of Liam taking a food pic, so meta. No, it's a bottle of whiskey with ketchup on it, absolutely. Oh my god, yes! I love liquid lunch! Wait, but you don't eat or drink. That's why I allowed you at my extremely cool food pic table. How do you even drink liquor? Duh! I make an alive person drink it and then I possess them and suck the drunkenness out of them, obviously. I suppose that's not too terribly dissimilar to how I get drunk. But why? Why put ketchup on the whiskey bottle? So it counts as food? You can't just drink a bottle of whiskey without ketchup on it for lunch? That wouldn't be a meal. Duh, Liam. You can't argue with that logic, nor do you want to. How would you justify getting drunk at lunchtime? Because then how would you justify getting drunk at lunchtime? Oh my.
Let's do this!
Yeah, let's do it! Bathroom. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give +0 shits and gain +2 boldness. Polly's there too, doing her best to perfect that delicate art form, the bathroom selfie. Fuck yeah. I am looking so good today. It is a crime, and I should be arrested. But I can't post any of these devastating selfies yet. They're missing the most important ingredient. That's right, a killer selfie sticker. But I've got so many, and they're all so good. Which one should I use? Dance monkey or another picture of your face? 2 faces is twice as nice. Absolutely. Oh my god, yes! Two faces is twice as nice. And the second face will keep people from getting too frisky with the first face because there's witnesses. Yes! Yes. Or else they'll get more frisky because it's like a threesome in selfie form. Oh my god, a threesome with myself sounds amazing. Fuck yeah, it does. Can we make this happen? Can you clone a ghost? Can you clone me so I can bang myself? I love her so much. It turns out that you cannot do that, but you do have a lot of fun trying. Ooh, wink wink. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm. This is so much fun. Week 5, morning.
Let's do this.
Outdoors again? Half-hour rave. 1. He explains to you that he's worried that people are so used to calling him Juan the Small Magical Latino Cat that everyone now defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. More than that, you correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different Juans in the school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain +2 fun. If fun's at 13. You notice Liam and Polly taking a break from the rave. You dance over to join them. She just said, hey boo, I love her. Yo, we were just talking about the insane music festival we're going to this weekend. You're going, right? Shit, you forgot to get tickets. They're probably all sold out now. There's no way you can afford to pay a scalper. Obviously, you tell them you're going, though. You've never let the truth get in the way of talking to hotties. Yes, I can't wait. And all my favorite bands are gonna be there. Boo Radley, Imagine a Fucking Dragon, an actual dead mouse. Personally, I'm most excited about Veggie Scales. Their lead guitarist is a cucumber. It's never been done before. Hello, friends. What are we talking about? Is it a grand ball? Sort of. It's like a grand ball, except everyone is more naked and the dancing is sexier and there are a lot more drugs. What is drugs? You know what? You wouldn't understand. It's a peasant thing. No, wait, this is perfect. If you can convince Liam and Polly to invite Miranda to the music festival, maybe she'll cover your ticket too. If a party happens in the forest and there are no party virgins to be bewildered by it, is it really a party? You know, guys, if we bring Miranda, her royal status will give us diplomatic immunity. Didn't you read the festival invite? The party's happening in international water. International waters? I thought it was happening in a forest. Yeah, duh. It's happening in a forest on a boat. It's a music festival. Polly, try to keep up. Preposterous. There's no such thing as international waters. My father owns the sea. None may party on the surface of the ocean without my family's express permission. Who dares attempt this? Well, calm down. I mean, no one is attempting to do that. It was all a joke. Haha, funny. Oh, good. I'm glad. I do hate summoning the Kraken to devour ships that violate our sovereignty. It's such a chore. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't go to that festival. What festival? Never mind. Nice going, Aquanark. You lose -2 boldness and -1 smarts. Oh, man, Aquanark.
Let's do this.
Who are you? I don't care. They're flanked by 2 beefly hobgoblins in security uniform. Wait, do these 2 have bodyguards now? They aren't bodyguards, they're food guards. Principal Giant Spider found out we weren't eating during lunch, so he assigned guards to us because he thinks we have an eating disorder. And we do have an eating disorder. It's called being dead. Except it's not an eating disorder, it's an identity and a lifestyle. Death style. Whatever. The point is that they won't let us leave until we've eaten our food. Which will be never. And I have a meeting of the Smug Superiority Club to conduct next period. I can't be late. You could just figure out a way around these food guards for us, I'd be super grateful. Like, sexy. Well, you can't say no to that. Time to enact your fiendishly clever plan. Dump all of Polly's food onto Liam's plate. Or dump all of Liam's food onto Polly's plate, yep. With all the deftness and raw sexuality of Indiana Jones. You empty Polly's food onto Liam's plate. And his lap. Ah, stop that! It's too much food! I can't even artfully arrange it for a decent food pick. Meanwhile, I seem to have eaten 100% on the food on my plate, no problem, nothing to see here. Luckily for you and Polly, the hobgoblins are complete idiots with no object permanence. They instantly believe Polly's lying. You traitors! I thought we were in this together! You thought? That was your first mistake. I stay high all the time, so I never think, God, I love her. You and Polly ditch the cafeteria, and then ditch school, and then do so many drugs you end up in a ditch. So responsible. And then we're back for evening classes.
Let's do this.
Class? Lame. Library? Okay, library's for money. Outdoors is for fun. You go to the gym. I don't wanna. Bam, bam, bam. Bathroom again? Out of the bathrooms, but you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity, so you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck! And you know what? It turns out that the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resounds from the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. You're hanging out with Polly afterwards, and she's about to show you her latest dumb tattoo. When suddenly... Never fear, my lady. I will save you from this lascivious cretin. Ugh, it's the interdimensional prince, and he's apparently here to block your metaphorical cock. Whoa, you're so sparkly. Are those tearaway pants? Sadly, they are not, my queen. My fashion sense does not operate on the same ethereal plane as your own. Well, I am persistently on fleek. I died on fleek, and so I'm cursed to roam the earth forever, eternally on fleek. It is this exact on-fleekness which I seek, for you see, madam, I am in need of a fashionista such as yourself to plan the ultimate wedding. Ours! Ours? This could be bad. You know Polly's not above getting married as a one-off joke. Me too! You've got to stop this madness. Throw a party so dope, Polly doesn't want to travel to another dimension, a party with sex lasers! Marry the prince yourself right now. Sex lasers, thank you very much. You steal the sex lasers from your school's highly controversial physics lab and get the party started! Great Zorblans of Gorlaxia, I did not know you had such sick parties in this dimension. Yeah, boy, this school is nationally ranked in the field of particle physics! I don't know what kind of snooty stories you've got over there in the snooze dimension, but here at Spooky High School, we have sex with coherent light! I am truly humbled by the heartiness of your party. I shall return to my dimension and lament the fact that it is a total party wasteland. You don't even notice the prince leaving because you are too busy humping a laser. You gain +2 boldness and +1 fun. I'm at 14. 11 charm, 11 money, 11 bold.
Let's do this.
Give me your money.
Fuck. I didn't mean to... Yeah, I just came here to say hi. Well, it's lunchtime now.
Let's do this.
Okay. Who do we want to sit with? Polly and Damien? I think Polly. You arrive at your chosen table to find Damien dejectedly hefting a ball of mashed potatoes, while Polly sadly passes her hand through the... Seriously, what do we have to do to get a food fight started in this cafeteria? I honestly do not know. I tried throwing potatoes at people and yelling food fight, but I think everyone is just too scared of me to fight back. And I can't throw any food because of my stupid ghost hands. Plates, mirrors, antique furniture? Sure, but not food. There's got to be a way to provoke a food war. My dads are always telling me to be more political. I love that. That's bad. Sorry. um. I don't know what's. Hmm. I'm just brain. Anyway, just yeah, more political. But we're not political. Your strength is hitting things, and my strength is being unbelievably hot all the time, and she's really good at it. Unbelievably hot. That's it. We'll set the cafeteria on fire. Wait, no, that's not a solution. That's just arson. Why do I always jump straight to arson? It's hard to watch them struggle through this by themselves, so you step in with an idea of your own. Wars are fought over scarce resources. Steal everybody's food and put it in a pile. That ought to do it. Hey, Polly, you know how the Greeks fought a whole war over Helen of Troy's face? We just need you to get kidnapped by Trojans. I like where your head is, but I am not super into being kidnapped and shit. What if we skip some steps with some good old flashing? Polly floats up onto the table and, in a practice motion, whips her top off. To the victor! This is a high school cafeteria. Polly's rash action upsets the roiling cauldron of hormones, sets it on fire, and tap dances on the ruins. Soon the air is thick with sausage and gravy. Potato crisps fly everywhere like flavored shrapnel. Polly puts her shirt back on now that everyone's too busy fighting to remember what they're fighting about. Looks like mine really were the tits that launch 1,000 chips. It's so funny. The view you got makes that pun worth it.
Let's do this.
Bathroom again? Kill that you're so bold you would kill a tiny big-eyed turtle with your bare hand. The monstrous act would instantly give you plus 500 boldness, but come on, you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. What's the merit in that? You know what? You can get plus 2 boldness anyway for saying that to yourself out loud. Oh my word, what a beautiful, exciting day! I hope someone can share in my joy. My great aunt sea monster, Unholy Terror McCrackenface Okatulu, just received an award for her work with shipwrecks. She's now one of their leading causes. That's so good! I want to send her my congratulations, but no one from the postal service will go near her lair for fear of their lives. Oh, if only some brave hero would volunteer to deliver this important and time-sensitive missive. Why is the letter of congratulations so time-sensitive, you ask? Well, it's because of... Well, you see, it's that these are very special congratulations with instructions to do something congratulatory for herself, you know? Just get her the letter. There's something fishy about this request. But you've never let that stop you before. You come up with a foolproof plan. Dynamite the toilet, dive into the sewer, and swim there yourself. Hire Scuba, the underwater taxi service, to deliver the letter for you. Dynamite the toilet! You want something done right, and there's absolutely no way to pawn it off on someone else, you do it yourself. You grab the stick of dynamite you won from Damien in a game of multiplayer solitaire, and head to the bathroom. From an environmentalist standpoint, it's probably not great that this school sewer system leads directly to the heart of the ocean. But it's great for your purposes. You swim all the way to the lair of Great Aunt Sea Monster Unholy Terror McCrackenface Okatulu, who you must admit looks fantastic for a beast of a certain number of centuries. You give her the letter and crawl back up the toilet before you can find out what she means by stay for dinner. A few days later, you see the fruits, demain, of your labor. Thank you so much for getting my... That's not... Thank you so much for getting my letter to Great Aunt Sea Monster. She said she would act on it immediately. Act on the congratulations that I sent by thanking me. But she did. So it's all over and neatly wrapped up now. Nothing further happened here. Yep, seems entirely legit. Glad you swam down a toilet for whatever above-board operation is going on here. You gain plus 2 charm and plus 1 boldness. The monster choose a person. Who will I ask to prom? Polly, of course. Ask Polly to prom? Yes!
Let's do this.
You finally... Oh man, the heartbeat sound effect. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you. Oh, not a chance in the world, darling! Not a chance in the world, darling! You're boredom on a stick. You'd bore me to death, and then what would I be? A meta ghost? Pass. See ya. Who needs prom? You're focused on your career. Who needs prom? You're focused on your career goal of becoming a renowned surgeon. You studied hard and passed all the tests. Unfortunately, no hospital would hire you because it turns out that going to prom with a cool date is an essential requirement in a surgeon's resume. And so you never got a job, and in the end you became homeless. Don't even dare to think the Monster Prom isn't important. Oh man. Molly most likely to get an anal bleaching. Polly best at phasing out. God damn! I thought I was doing good! Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendships, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened. Wonderful. Holly's drug cooking skills proves useful, and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. But in her free time, she still cooks the real shit. Her greatest inventions so far were our watermelon-flavored ecstasy and a thing called LS Dope. Liam started an iconoclastic band that broke all conventions. Their last album has been a hit. There's no songs at all. The album is actually just a banana set on fire. And be sure, Liam doesn't care if you don't. Vera built the Oberlin Empire into endless greatness. They own a shameless number of companies. It's known that they're also into lots of sketchy businesses. But no one says anything about it. I mean, who the hell would try to stop Vera Oberlin? For those 6 weeks, Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in the war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start! This game is so cool. I love it so much. I'm gonna get some water. Y'all watch the credits for a minute, because they're really cool. Honestly, I cannot believe that, like, Polly and I, like, did so many drugs and we wound up in a ditch, and, like, she still rejected me. Cannot believe. Let's look at the gallery. Oh, those are cool. Character portrait. Fan art? Jesse Cox, producer. Arthur Tien, lead artist. Ooh, she's pretty. Ray O'Brien, writer. Elias Perias. Julian Dijano. Probably mispronouncing that. Don't know who all these people are. Oh, sorry, I'm gay. Anyway. Did I not get an ending? Monster Sonas. Oh, this is so cute. Dear, dear, dear. I love them. Well, let's do the DLC now. Do a run of the DLC. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have not been. I was gonna say the Twitch chat, but no, added. Fine. Second term DLC. Let's do a full game. Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid. But always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Oh, let's be the blue one now. Oh, we can do lowercase, thank God. I didn't do that last time.
Yay!
Yay! Oh. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remembered clearly, 6 weeks left. And as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of our 8 most charismatic classmates. 8? Scott Howell, 21, aware of, yeah, we heard that. Vera Maravim, Holly Geist, Party Ghost, Fishable Hunger, Damien LeVay, Liam Lioncourt, Zoe, Immortal, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the Dark Realms to ultimate fangirl. Oh, she's really cool. Calculester Hewlett Packard V1.0, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. Clear, it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer the heart. But as I already said, we were unafraid and ready to start. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Quiz, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. School is outdated and lame. We need a new school subject ASAP. I'm gonna lose my mind. Critical thought. I mean, damn, this country could really use a subject like that in schools. That's true. Turning people into your puppets through emotional warfare and deception 101. Or how to correctly punch a crocodile without terrible consequences. Gonna have to critical thought. Radioactive possum. Oh. Yeah, charming one. That one. What would be a killer accessory? Sunglasses at night, shiny armor, fancy brush. No. Necklace with your name in case you forget. Oh, I love. Oh, but Sailor Moon's magic wand. Oh man. You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? To feel truly alive. That's Liam. That's Liam. We're asking anything you not try to negotiate up to the 3. But it asks for anything. I drink the genie from the bottle. I can grant my own. Yeah, I gotta do it. I love him.
Let's go.
Yay! Let's go. Oh, go ahead and start with the library because I was one. You deceive lots of people with a sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. I get 2 money. You notice Scott and Damien with the. They're discussing Pokemon's Go, the mobile game based on the hit television show Pocket Heroes. Whoa, you've got a Walter Jacobs? Those are so rare. You bet your ass I do. And check it out, his fiscal responsibility status 11. He's a fucking beast at doing his taxes. I heard he's lactose intolerant though. Haha, yeah. I feed him nothing but cheese pizza to fuck with it. He hates it. That's not very nice. I'm super nice to my Leslie Dunbar. Fuck you! You've got Leslie Dunsbar, the queen of insurance liability management? Yeah, I had to trade 2 Mindy Babcocks and a Jared Fogle to get her, but it was so worth it. Nothing. You got a Pokemon so rare, I'll send them both into shock. You whip out your phone and show you their Winslow Gibbs, physical responsibility 14, armor class 20, loving owner of a speedboat and several dogs. Or Scabs Rent-A-Car, sex murderer. Whoa, I've never seen that one before. Don't be fooled by the cool character portrait, Scott. Look at the stats. Impulse control 3, work ethic 1.8, physical responsibility -5. This Pokemon may be rare, but he's garbage. Pokemon can't just go through life wrecking shit and doing whatever he feels like. He's gotta have self-control. He's gotta have ambition. He's gotta have a diversified stock portfolio. Get this murder hope out of my face. But he loved it. The irony of Damien's statements is apparently lost on him, but the real loss is yours. You lose -2 smarts and -1 charm.
Let's go.
Zoe. We're not doing anything suspicious. Zoe. We're definitely not having a fellow student in a cage under this table. You have a fellow student in a cage under the... It's useless fair. Molly is too perceptive. We've got to come clean. Yes, the problem is clearly that Molly is perceptive. But I suppose we have no other choice. Under the table. Zoe and Vera do indeed seem to have caged a fairy under the table. She's filthy, miserable, and covered in glitter. We took her as a prisoner during the last food war. You know, for leverage. I didn't think anything of it at the time because taking/tormenting prisoners is just a thing you do as an Elder God. But that was 3 days ago, and she's starting this morning. We've got to figure out something else to do with her. We could let her go? No. I fail to see how that profits me. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, what should we do with her then? The prisoner is probably stinky because she's lonely. Get her a companion to keep her company. Use vicious psychological manipulation to turn her into a sleeper agent, of course. Keep her company. It's always like I used to say when I was a dark manifestation of hatred and madness. Misery loves company. And I love misery. You want another prisoner, Zoe? A prisoner is a big responsibility, you know. Who's going to clean up after it? Who's going to feed it? That's the cool part. If my prior experience as a mistress of extreme pain is anything to go by, they'll feed on each other. That is an interesting cost-cutting measure. Then it's agreed. Oh, I do love doing good deeds. And you love letting your hot friend think she's doing a good deed so you can hopefully smooch her later. Everybody wins. Great. She's awesome.
Let's go.
Okay. Okay. So, what stats are lacking? What do you think? So, creativity, probably. Which one's creative? Auditory? Probably, yeah. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you, figurative, oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain plus to your creativity. Fuck yeah. You're living your spookiest life when you hear the giggling of an eldritch cutie pie, met by the snorting of an angry prince of hell. I'm not saying that's definitely how you lost your horn. I'm just saying that's one of my headcanons for it. Oh, she's a nerd. Headcanon? Yeah, how I imagine you lost it in my mind when I think of all the cool adventures everyone at Spooky High must have gone on before I joined you all as a regular girl. Regular girl? Regular girls don't come up and ask me if I nobly sacrificed my horn for the coven because I'm secretly horny for hope. Okay, but I have a Spooky High Seas AU where the whole school is a pirate ship and you lost your horn to a bad case of scurvy. What? Fuck scurvy! If I was a pirate, I'd only get the coolest, most dangerous diseases. I also wrote a Human High AU where you're not missing your horn at all. You're missing a wang! How is a horn an analog for a wang? Also, don't answer that. Stop making up canons about my head. The only canons I like are the ones with 2 ends. I'll happily stop making up headcanons if you tell me the real story. I don't like any of these options! You could just tell Zoe that Damien lopped off one of his horns to piss off his dads. You feel like you heard that somewhere. But friends don't tell friends their other friends' horny secrets. This looks like a job for lying. And maybe, just maybe, you can use your answer to impress one or the other of your very attractive classmates. As we all know, demon horns are a powerful aphrodisiac. It's not hard to imagine how Damien lost his. Wink. Who gives a fuck how Damien lost his horn? You should see what the other guy lost. It was most things. The aphrodisiac. What? Oh, she likes it. This is going to be the best ultra-realistic, spooky, high fanfic ever. Everyone else in the fandom will be so jealous that I actually got the dirt. And that dirt is so, well, dirty. Yeah, Molly is right, Zoe, but don't cry over spelled horn. I got a whole nother one right here. Oh, she's excited. OMG! Molly, I can't believe you know all of Damien's secrets. Nobody knows all my secrets! Just sometimes let people share the sexy one. You know so much about spooky high and sex and romance and aphrodisiacs. Would you help me explore all of it further as a consultant for my fanfiction? It would be your honor. If there's one way to that tentacled weirdo's heart, it's definitely through spooky high fanfiction. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun.
Let's go.
Huh. We got more time to gym. Oh yeah. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2. You notice Liam off by himself, happily drawing some steamy hot yaoi. You head over to say hi, but Zoe beats you. Oh no! Oh no! Zoe, no! Zoe, no! No, Zoe, I know where this is gonna go. No!
Oh, hey.
Please don't be like hey, dude. Hi, Liam. What you doing? Illustrating some erotic fanfic? Can I join you? No and no, you over-enthusiastic poser. For your information, what I am drawing is called yaoi, and it is not fanfiction, it is high art! I know what yaoi is. I have the internet too, but what? Isn't yaoi kind of, you know, problematic? Problematic? A thing I'm drawing? How could you ever think such a thing? Well, I don't know. I mean, I posted some yaoi online recently, and some people got really mad at me. They said it trivialized authentic gay relationships or something. Fuck! Fuck, man! What the fuck? I just wanted to explore the sex. What is going on? I just wanted to explore the sexual dynamic between Liam and Damien in comic form. Okay, first of all, there's my storyline, and you have no right plagiarizing it. Liam! Second of all, I already told you that yaoi is high art, and high art is only problematic to cretins.
What?
But if it's high art, why are you drawing two Ninja Turtles giving each other hand jobs? He looks so smug about it! Oh, now he's blushing. It's called irony! Leave me alone! Gosh! You don't doubt Zoe will leave Liam alone until this disagreement is resolved, which means you've got your work cut out for you. But whose side to support? True, Zoe, yaoi can be problematic, but only when written through the dehumanizing female gaze of male-on-male love. Liam's gaze is unapologetically male, so there's no problem. No. I don't... Complicated choice. Don't you see, Liam? Yaoi is the gluten of the art world. I mean, like, yaoi is a culture thing. It is? But I'm gluten intolerant, and I've been drinking strictly gluten-free blood since the early 20th century. Oh, geez, that could be bad. Do you feel okay? Are you having an allergic reaction? I'm not allergic to gluten, you fool. I'm intolerant of it. The only allergic reaction I'm having is in my soul. Oh, that used to happen all the time to the mind slaves in my unspeakable domain. We'd usually just eat the souls. But that might not be a good idea in this situation, which means there's only one thing left to do. Total fanfic overhaul. I am in favor of any alternative solution that leaves my soul in use. Additionally, I relish the creative challenge. Together, Liam and Zoe create a new kind of yaoi that is just attractive men having fully clothed conversations about the weather. It becomes wildly successful on the internet because no one can find anything to criticize about it. You gain +2 creativity and +1 money and royalty. Oh, it's noon.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. You sit down with Zoe and Miranda. Miranda is paying no attention to her eating serfs, and Zoe's paying too much attention to...
Disgusting.
What are you doing, Zoe? Don't you know how rude it is to ogle another woman's eating serfs? I'm not ogling, I'm researching for my fanfic. My dear, when it is about royalty, it is not called a fanfic. It is called propaganda. I like that. What? Oh, I'm not writing about you right now. I'm writing about your eating serfs. What? Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm going to really dive into their inner lives, their hopes, dreams, and desires. Oh, don't be silly. Serfs don't have any of those things. Do they? Serfs. Eating serfs' eyes dart between Miranda and Zoe, terrified. Speak or just shut up and eat. You're right, Miranda. Most serfs don't have thoughts or feelings. Only the really expensive and rare ones do. Make menacing eye contact with the two serfs. Silently place a piece of sushi in your mouth and chew violently! I got it! No. Not gonna. Oh boy. Since Miranda's eating serfs are fish people, this is a lot like walking up to a human and deliberately eating a finger in front of them. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but your show of intimidation really makes Miranda's serfs clam up. Ah, yes, subtle threats of violence. A true sign of royal lineage. What is it with mortals and not wanting their flesh eaten? It's such a weird hang-up, right? If by weird you mean useful for controlling the masses, then I suppose I agree. The eating serfs try their best to ignore you as they stuff food into their quivering mouths. You feel like you did the right thing, but you don't have much of a conscience, so that's not saying much. Anyway, Miranda's happy. Oh boy, Miranda's happy again. God, what?
Let's go.
Hey.
Show me that money.
Yeah, I'll buy some weird shit. So, what should I get? Anybody have any thoughts? In the chat? Ooh, cat thought. What would make me, like, more creative? Probably, like, oh, the thing that says creativity, probably.
Later, Gator.
Yeah, later, Gator. Good morning!
Let's go.
It's because I visited the shop too many times. Betting. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worth anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reasons to keep playing, and gains a sense of self-worth. Fuck yeah. You gain +1 BFF, but sadly she's not part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off-screen. And +2 charm. We're going to help Zoe with her math homework after, but you notice her surrounded by a crowd of sinister cloaked figures. She seems pissed about it. Guys, stop it! I don't want any dead goats. I'm at school!
You must commence the rituals.
We understand you perfectly, Lord Zgord. This is a test. We must bring you even more dead goats to satisfy your dark hunger. What? No, that's the opposite of what I said. And I don't go by Zgoid anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, Molly? I can't stand being around these jerks. Zoe brushes past you on her way out. The cultists stare at you with unconcealed awe. Well, okay, it's concealed by the terrifying mask, but still. Zgoid addressed you by name, and you did not go mad with pleasure. Addressed you almost as if you were an equal, and passed within inches of your frail mortal frame, and what's more, it mentioned rain. Could it be that it was referring to the fabled storm of cerebrospinal fluid, which will one day come to quench all sanity? Brothers, sisters, bow before Molly, for they are clearly the prophet of Zgoid. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed of late that our Lord appears quite dissatisfied with our sacrifice. The blood of many goats once pleased God, and yet now we do not understand what has changed. That's pretty obvious. Perhaps your special relationship with our incomprehensible master. You could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that would please it? Fuck it. You got nothing better to do. Decide to be a prophet for the day. You tell them what they should really be sacrificing. It's important for you to learn from your mistakes. So, sacrifice another goat, but write, we're sorry on the side. Sacrifice your own harmful prejudices. But our harmful prejudices are precious to us. They're how we remain reliably unpleasant. The better to unplease God. That's how it was with Zgoid, you explain, but Zoe got an entirely different set of standards that don't involve being a bigot. Ah, your wisdom is truly subtle and deep. Very well, bring out the prejudices. One of the cultists steps forward with a steel-banded box stained with blood and scorched by fire. You're not sure exactly what's inside, but it smells pretty racist. Now bring out the vat of acid we always carry around. Where were they keeping all this stuff? Those robes must be really roomy. Now dissolve the prejudices in acid. Go on, do it. The box dissolves with a sound like 1,000 grandmothers disapproving of your gender identity. Oh, fuck. I love it. Oh, that's so good. We are suddenly unprotected from new and radical ideas. The revelations are flooding in. Could it be that we have been Czechs? Alas, it is true. And it is true that our Lord demands from us one further sacrifice. It is the greatest sacrifice of all. We must sacrifice the past. The name's God is gone, perished along with the dark timeline that gave it birth. Here and now, we rededicate ourselves to a new cult. Wait! The Zoe thing, it's an analog for gender identity? Oh, that's wonderful. I love Zoe so much more. I don't know pronouns now. Yeah. I've forgotten pronouns. Here and now, we rededicate ourselves to a new cult, the cult of Zoe! Wow, that worked way better than you expected. Maybe you can dissolve the prejudices of other bigots in acid too. Or maybe you can just dissolve the bigots in acid. Either way, you gave +2 charm and +1 boldness. Okay. Oh, the muscle mommy. Got it. Next time. It's not like Zoe and Miranda aren't always the perkiest of gals, but they seem extra perky as they stick around writing things down in notebooks. Doubtless you are admiring our great work, Molly. You see, we are now food critics. Zoe has hired me for her magazine, a totally a real food magazine. It's an honor to have you on board, Your Highness. Zoe holds up a bunch of papers stapled together with doodles of crayon that seem to be Eldritch runes, with some sparkly scratch and sniff stickers stuck on top. If you are quiet and subservient, you may watch us in our quest to be the best food critics ever. I was a little hesitant about founding this very legitimate magazine since I'm new to eating things other than minds and souls. And I usually have my eating served for me, but then Zoe and I realized that we were the absolute best food critics according to our test audience, which comprised of Miranda's food serfs. Now watch us create culinary criticism magic. First up, macaroni and cheese. This food item contains both macaroni and cheese, and therefore deserves 5 stars for this accurate description. Next, couscous with vegetables. I've never tried it, and the pieces seem way too small to even register in my many mouths. I wouldn't try it either, but the name sounds very, very fancy, so 5 stars. Here is this microwave. Ah, yes. This is very shiny and very cubic shaped, which are both good qualities for a food. 5 stars. Here are some french fries. They don't seem to be particularly French. But they don't seem particularly un-French either. Oh dear, how will we ever determine their Frenchosity? Easy, that's your specialty. Zoe, you should give the french fries a French kiss. Zoe, you should give the french fries a French kiss worthy of the most epic of French fictions to check how good they are at French kissing, and therefore calculate their Frenchosity. Miranda, obviously you're the most qualified to determine this. The only way to establish Frenchosity is actually to go to France. Just send an eating surf over to check it out. No, Zoe, go off. Gasp! How did you know about my French-themed spooky high, you, Le Monstrable? You truly are my #1 fan, aren't you, Molly? By number one fan, she means trying to get it in her tentacles on prom night. Sure. If you find them to be sufficiently good kisses, my elders compatriot, I will join you in this endeavor. It will be good practice for me when my prince comes along, provided I am not in an enchanted slumber at the time. I really feel like people shouldn't be kissing people in any kind of slumber, but that's a separate issue, so I'm just going to make out with a fried potato now. Good for her! I love her. She does! Yes, I found that kiss to be both French and fried. 5 stars! 5 stars! 5 stars! And Molly, maybe you and I can work on other kissing adventures sometime. Ooh! Heck yeah! And you do. It's called giving butterfly kisses to honey roasted butterflies to determine their butterfly factor. 5 stars! I love her.
Let's go.
Any more fun? That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates. Demons, imposter. Okay. You notice Zoe talking to Juan, the small magical Latino cat, and looking contemplative AF. This is even more contemplative than contemplative AH. Heck. So you figure you better investigate. Oh, little buddy, that sounds really difficult. I'm so sorry you didn't get to join in the shenanigans the rest of us. Yeah, said Juan. Everyone seems to choose their words so carefully around everyone else, almost as if they're trying to guess exactly what the other person wants to hear. But people hardly talk to me at all. It's like they don't even see me. I totally get it, Juan. I used to feel the exact same way back when I was trapped in that malevolent totem. It wasn't until I became Zoe that I really felt like I was actually seen by people. So isn't a metaphor for just. Did you know I've never been asked out on a date or to any dance? I'll never get asked to prom. Juan, I'm sure there's some way to make you a main love interest. And by that I mean someone people are mainly interested in. To love, to take to prom. There totally is, and you know just the thing. Your mistreatment is outrageous, Juan. Let's band together with all the students who have been left out of prom shenanigans. Or, ooh, what if we get strangers to start drawing tons of pictures of you? Only the master can push you into popularity. Oh yes, that's a fantastic idea. I can't believe you don't have fan art already. There's so much to work with. Your stout, cat-like build, your tiny festive arms, the fact that you are only ever at the center of a dance party and nowhere else. I just love your fur. What color would you say it is? Oh, I don't know. Juan's muses, smally, magically, and Latinely. I think I'll leave that for others to decide, and hopefully they will. Zoe is thrilled with the prospects, and before you know it, pictures of Juan will be everywhere. Do you hear me? They will be everywhere. You all know, seriously, literally, you reading this get to work on some fantastic, one small a small magical Latino cat, fan art, while Zoe gets to work on crushing on you, and I get to work on giving you +2 charm and +1 fun. You're 14 charm now.
Let's go.
Okay. Or do I could get more smart. Yeah, let's go. Valuable lessons. Sometimes after all that monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You spot Zoe and say hello. She seems to be in a pretty good mood. Hey Molly, sorry about running out on you before. I was just overwhelmed by all that cult stuff. Speaking of them, they've actually been a lot better lately. They're still pretty clueless, but at least they haven't given me any more dead animals. I wonder what's gotten into them. Well, better not to mess with success. Anyway, I gotta go study for my ambush finance midterms. Later. As Zoe leaves, you notice her cultist peeking around a corner. When she's gone, they sheepishly approach you. Hey, Molly. Praise be to you for your unholy wisdom and stuff. We were just wondering, I'm doing the you know, the 2 fingers together bottom thing. That's what they're doing. Did Zoe say anything about us? Does she like all the dead goats we're not giving her? Are we using the right pronouns? Are you? I don't know. We all love her so much and we want to make sure she's as happy or unhappy or ruthlessly insane as she possibly can be. I love her the most of all. Who said that? Whoever you are, you can't possibly love her more than I do. I'm the one standing at the front. I was standing at the front last time. We all look the same because we're all wearing masks. Silence! You can't silence me. You're not my grandmaster. Well, someone is, right? And we have a grandmaster, don't we? What kind of cult would we be without a grandmaster? We don't, do we? Well, that won't do. Please, Molly, grace us with your wisdom. How shall we choose our grandmaster? You need to learn to think like your mistress. Become a high school student for a day and the answer will be obvious to you. The title of Grandmaster should go to whoever can compose the best theme song to sing to Zoe every morning as if it's a new episode of her life. Yes! A theme song? But we have only ever uttered guttural chants, which twist the fibers of the mind. But if that is what our mistress commands, it must be done. The brainstorming begin! The cultists all split up to compose the best theme songs they possibly can. Some write feverishly on notepads, others sing quietly to themselves. One of them just does a bunch of squats for some reason. Finally, they reassemble to deliver the results. Okay, we are going to do this as a contest. But most of us just came up with discordant chanting. One of us blatantly copied a burrito ad jingle, and one of us spent the whole time doing squats, and now her legs are tired. So tired! Anyway, I'm the only one who actually wrote a song, so I guess I'm the Grandmaster now. Here, have a listen. We are the cult of Zoe! We always sing her praise, and if you think we can't, we'll torture you for days. That's why the people of this plane believe in Zoe, or else they get slain and eaten. Well, what do you think? It's not really a theme song for Zoe per se, but you think she'll probably get a kick out of it anyway. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness. Fuck yeah. I love her so much. Sit down with Zoe and Calculester. Zoe seems to have brought some fresh sanity. That is, she has a screaming man strapped to the table and is currently siphoning his sanity out through his eye socket. Friend Zoe, I am afraid I must take issue with your current practice. What, eating? Eating in a manner which causes a human to repeatedly scream, "Kill me," while avoiding his bowels and bladder. It does not seem nice. Look, I was born this way, okay? Well, not so much born as ripped from the fabric of reality itself and animated with equal parts raw malice and the concept of despair. But still, don't judge me. I do not possess the necessary firmware to judge you. I do, however, wish that you would find another way to attain sustenance. Oh yeah, it needs to be more robotic there. You can't stand to see these two at odds. Maybe you could convince Zoe to change her ways, or convince Calculester that they don't need changing. Zoe, why don't you eat this vegan brownie I brought instead? It's probably way tastier than that guy's sanity. Oh, come on, Calculester. Sanity isn't even one of the top 5 things Zoe Top 5 worst things Zoe could be devouring from this dude. Yeah, I mean... Status. Skeptical. Please list 5 things worse to devour from this man than his sanity. Oh, that's easy. Deep-seated insecurities is one. Poop is another. The crippling fear of death present in all mortals. E. And worst of all, opinions. Are his opinions really that bad? Well, he's a prominent user on Reddit. Understood. Analysis complete. Sanity is an acceptable food substitute, compared to several things that are worse. Nice! It's like I always say, when life gives you lemons, compare those lemons to the all-consuming void. The void is always worse than a couple lemons. You couldn't agree more, mostly because you're interested in smooching Zoe, but still.
Let's go.
Over my old.
Show me that money.
Oh, man.
No refunds.
What is this? Hello? Oh, it's loading. Or it's not responding a little bit. Don't worry about it. I believe in you. You can respond in a moment. There we go. Coal. A lump of coal. Should have not been so naughty.
Let's go.
Okay. Huh? Oh no! Oh fuck. Fuck. Oh, I guess I'll creativity. But the nickname is so awesome and inventive and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat you gain plus your creativity. We the devs dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by that name until the end of Hey Molly, I didn't expect to see you here. Don't you love how it's Spooky High? We have so many friends and you never know who's going to show up too. Here's the plan for today, girls. Ah, it's the Coven! Joy, Hope, and Faith! You know our names? Come on. Come on. Come on, please.